The next example of Fourier series is find the Fourier series expansion of the function fx equal to x minus x square from the interval x equal to minus pi to pi. Here in this example, the interval is changed. That is, in previous video lectures, we have seen the interval that is only interval as 0 to 2 pi. But from this lectures, the intervals will be changed. So there is no any other formula for finding Fourier series. Just we have follow the same method as we have followed in the previous examples. That is, compare the given interval with c to c plus 2 pi. So here the interval is different, that is minus pi to pi, and the function is given fx equal to x minus x square. So when the interval is given as negative to positive, negative number to positive number, same number we have we want here. So if the interval like minus a to a there for finding Fourier series, then to evaluate the integration you can use the even odd method. That is, you can use this formula as for evaluating the integration, use this formula. Minus a to a fx dx is the whole integration will be 0 if fx is odd, and when the fx is odd, the condition for having odd function as f of minus x is equal to minus fx. That is, the original function fx, if we put minus to that original function, that value will be equal to f of minus x. That is, how to prove the given function is odd or not. So first find f of minus x, that is, consider this fx x minus x square, then put x equal to minus x here. We get f of minus x, that is f of minus x equal to minus x minus minus x bracket square. That is, put x equal to minus x in this function, we get f of minus x. So that value will be equal to minus fx. Minus fx means multiply minus sign to the function fx. So multiply minus sign to this function fx as minus fx equal to minus in bracket x minus x square, that is minus x plus x square. So this is your function minus fx, and f of minus x means put x equal to minus x in this function. If these values are equal, then we can say that the function fx is odd function, and if function fx is odd, then the whole integration from minus a to a will be 0. So we don't need to evaluate the integration by using regular integrating formula. Just we have to check the even odd condition. If the fx function is odd, then whole integration will be 0, and if we use this odd function method or even odd function method, then we can easily find or easily evaluate the given integration for finding the Fourier series. So this integration will be 0 if the function is odd. The odd condition is f of minus x equal to minus fx, and this integration is equal to 2 times 0 to a. The integrating limits will be changed and it will be 2 times. So minus a to a becomes 2 times 0 to a fx dx. When we have this answer for this integration, if fx is even, so this integration will be 0 if fx is odd, and this integration is 2 times 0 to a fx dx if fx is even. So even condition is f of minus x equal to fx. That is, for the given function fx, we put x equal to minus x here, we get f of minus x, and that value is same as the original function fx, then we can say that fx is even function. So see, this is the even odd function method. So that, and we can use this method only when the interval is given like negative number to positive number, that is minus a to a. So here in this example, there is an interval given minus pi to pi. So we can check the given function is even or odd. So here we check that the function is not even and not odd. If we calculate f of minus x from this, so f of minus x is, put x equal to minus x here. So minus x minus minus x square, that is minus x minus minus x square is x square. So we get minus x square. And for odd function, take the RHS or take calculate RHS, that is minus fx is minus fx equal to multiply minus sign to this equation. So minus x square. Take the bracket. When we multiply any minus sign or minus 1 number to any term, drop the bracket for that term, that is minus x minus square. After multiplying this minus sign to this bracket, minus x plus x square. So for odd function, these two values will be equal, should be equal. So f of minus x value is minus x square, minus fx value is minus x plus x square. So the functions are not same, hence this function is not odd. So for even function, f of minus x should be equal to original function fx. So f of minus x is minus x square, and fx as it is given in the example, fx value is x minus x square. So f of minus x value is minus x square, fx value is x minus x square. Also in even condition also, the condition is not satisfied, that is f of minus x is not equal to fx, hence the given function is not even also. If the given function is even, not even and not odd, then you can solve this example by previous examples or previous example methods which we have solved for the interval 0 to 2 pi. Just if the interval is from negative to positive, just we have to check the even odd condition, and if the function is not even not odd, then solve regular integration. So this function is not even not odd, as we have checked here the functions are not equal, hence find the integration as it is by the previous examples. So a naught equal to, compare this interval by with c to c plus 2l. So it is c to c plus 2l equal to minus pi to pi. So c value is minus pi. C plus 2l equal to pi. Put c value as minus pi here. Minus pi plus 2l equal to pi. Minus pi take on RHS. So 2l equal to pi plus pi, that is 2l equal to 2 pi. We get l equal to pi. So c here is minus pi and l is pi. So put these two values in a naught formula. So a naught equal to, the formulae are not changed. Whatever the formulae for c to c plus 2l, same formulae for these intervals also. This is the general interval c to c plus 2l. In first type examples, we have the interval as c to c plus 2l equal to 0 to 2 pi. In these examples, or in further examples, we can see that the interval will be c to c plus 2l equal to minus pi to pi, but formulae are not changed. Same formula we can apply here. So a naught equal to 1 by l. 1 by l means 1 by pi. C to c plus 2l means minus pi to pi. Fx dx. Fx is x minus x square dx. So solve this integration. This is your regular integration. So x integration is x square by 2. X square integration is x cube by 3 from minus pi to pi. Put upper limit first. So pi square by 2. 1 by pi as it is. Pi square by 2 minus pi cube by 3. Then minus, lower limit is minus pi square by 2. The lower limit minus sign and this minus sign will be plus. So plus minus pi cube by 3. So for upper limit, pi square by 2 minus pi cube by 3 minus lower limit is minus pi square is pi square. So pi square by 2 minus plus lower limit rule minus sign and this minus sign will be plus. So plus minus pi cube upon 3. So minus pi cube is again minus pi cube. So minus pi cube upon 3. Simplifying this, we get a naught equal to minus 2 pi square by 3 by doing the cross multiplication. An equal to 1 by l, that is 1 by pi integration from minus pi to pi fx cos n pi x by l. By putting l equal to pi in cos n pi x by l in the formula of an, we get cos n x here. We have seen this repeatedly in previous examples also. So fx into cos n x. So x minus x square into cos n x. So this is the product of two functions. First function is algebraic, or one function is algebraic and second is trigonometric. Algebraic comes first, trigonometric after that, by using late sequence. So this is your u, this is your v. U derivative will go to 0. First derivative is 1 minus 2x, x derivative is 1, x square derivative is 2x, so 1 minus 2x. Then x minus x square, its first derivative is 1 minus 2x, its next derivative is 1 derivative is 0, minus 2x derivative is minus 2, and its next derivative is 0. So we can use uv rule here. So use uv rule and put the limits as minus pi to pi. So u into v1 minus u dash into v2 plus u double dash into v3. So this is your uv rule. As we have repeatedly seen this uv rule and same integrating formulae for cos nx sin nx in previous examples also. So use uv rule here and put the formulae, put the limits as minus pi to pi. By putting the upper limit and lower limit, for upper limit we get sin n pi here, and for here also sin n pi, and we know sin n pi value is 0 always. So and again for lower limit we get sin n into minus pi, that is sin minus n pi. So sin minus n pi will be what? So we have to simplify this sin minus n pi. So sin, we have to use sin minus theta. Sin minus theta is minus sin theta. We'll get minus sin n pi. So sin n pi value is 0. So we get minus 0. So minus 0 is again 0. So for upper limit we get sin n pi, it will be 0. And for lower limit we get sin minus n pi. Sin minus n pi is again 0. So first and third term, which are the sign terms for both the limits for pi and minus pi, these two terms are 0. So hence put upper limit and lower limit for cos term only. So 1 minus 2 minus minus plus, so 1 minus 2x upon n square cos nx from minus pi to pi. So 1 upon pi n square, it is constant, take outside. So 1 minus put upper limit, so 1 minus 2 pi cos n pi. Cos n pi value is minus 1 raised to 1. We have seen in the last video. Minus for lower limit 1 minus 2 into minus pi, that is 1 plus 2 pi cos n pi. Cos of while we putting minus pi here, so we get cos minus n pi. So cos minus n pi value is, we use cos minus theta. Cos minus theta is again cos theta. For sin minus theta, formula is minus sin theta, and cos minus theta is cos theta. So cos minus n pi is cos n pi, and cos n pi is minus 1 raised to n again. So put upper limit and lower limit, and simplifying we get an equal to minus 1 raised to minus 4 minus 1 raised to n upon n square. Then the value of bn. Bn equal to 1 by pi, integration from the integrating limits are, as the interval is minus pi to pi is given. So 1 upon L, that is 1 upon pi minus pi to pi fx sin nx dx. Just we have to replace in the formula of an, instead of cos nx we have to take sin nx for finding bn. So 1 upon pi minus pi to pi x minus x square as it is, instead of cos nx take sin nx, we get the formula for bn. So take sin nx here, we get this formula. Again use uv rule. So using uv rule we can solve this integration. This is your u, this is your v, and putting minus pi to pi in this, we don't need to put the upper limit and lower limit in this sign term, because by putting upper limit sin n pi will be 0, and by putting lower limit sin minus n pi, again it is 0, because sin minus n pi is, use sin minus theta. Sin minus n pi is minus sin n pi. Sin n pi is 0, then we get minus 0, that is 0. So this term will be 0 when putting upper limit and lower limit. So hence cancel this term for calculation and consider these cost terms for putting upper limit and lower limit. So put upper limit pi minus lower limit minus pi. So by putting upper limit, cos n pi will be minus 1 raised to n, and cos minus n pi is again minus 1 raised to n, because cos minus n pi is again cos n pi. Use here cos minus theta, that is cos theta, that is cos minus n pi is cos n pi, which is equal to minus 1 raised to n. And simplifying and taking common terms, we get bn equal to minus 2 minus 1 raised to n upon n. So put the values of a naught, a and bn in Fourier series formula, we get the Fourier series answer. Next is x square. Obtain the Fourier series for the function fx equal to x square in the interval minus pi to pi. Show that we have given here and we have to show this hence part. So first find Fourier series for the fx equal to x square. So as there is an interval from negative to positive, first check the given function fx equal to x square is even or odd. So we have to remember that this square function is always even. So remember that the function is given as square function, that is x square. If you cannot remember this rule, that is square function is even function, then you can check the even odd function condition, and then you can verify that the given function is even or odd. So or you can use this square function is always even. This you have to remember as a rule, or you can check that this is a even function. Even function condition is we have to prove f of minus x equal to fx. So right side is fx, so fx is given x square, so just we have to calculate f of minus x. So f of minus x is, put x equal to minus x, so minus x bracket square, so minus x bracket square is x square. So f of minus x is x square, fx is x square, so both the functions are same, so both are equal, hence the given function is even. Or you can remember as the square function is even. So you have to use the even function formula, that is if function is given function is even, then the negative to positive, that is minus a to a fx dx, this integration will be 2 times 0 to a fx dx. So here calculate a naught equal to compare the interval c to c plus 12 with minus pi to pi. So by comparing we get c equal to minus pi and l equal to pi. Putting these two values in the formula of a naught, so a naught equal to 1 upon pi minus pi to pi x square dx. So this is even function, this is even function, x square is even function, so write it as 1 upon pi 2 times 0 to pi. So minus a to a will become 2 times 0 to a, so minus pi to pi will be 2 times 0 to pi x square dx. And solve this, 2 by pi x square integration is x cube by 3 from 0 to pi, it will be 2 by 3 pi into pi cube minus 0 cube, that is pi cube, so 2 pi square by 3. So we get a naught value as 2 pi square by 3. So here we have used the even condition method, that is if the function is even, then the integration will reduced or will convert to 2 times 0 to a. So minus pi to pi will be, as x square is even function, it will be 2 times x square, means the fx function is even, hence minus pi to pi integration will convert to 2 times 0 to pi x square, and then solve the integration. So the value of a naught is 2 pi square by 3. Next is a n equal to 1 upon pi integration from minus pi to pi fx cos nx dx. Fx value is x square. So as the given function is even, so x square function is even. So we have to remember that this is, you can remember as a rule, the cos function is always even function and the sine function is always odd function. This is the rule. So we have to use as a property, and you can use this property for finding the integration easily. So x square is even function, cos function is always even function, so we have to this is your important step, that is if the two functions are in product form and one of them function is even and odd, or both are the functions even, both are the functions odd, then what is the resultant function? Is it even or odd? Then you can remember these results as even function you can take it as plus sign, and odd function you can take it as minus sign. So even into even means plus into plus, we will get plus, so plus means even again. So the product of two even functions is again even function. Odd into odd means minus into minus, so minus into minus will be plus, so odd into odd function we will the result will be even function. Odd into even, that is minus into plus will be minus, so odd into even function is odd function. Even into odd means plus into minus is minus, that is odd function. So remember this, and then we can see, or we can easily say the function which are in product form, the resultant function will be what? Even or odd, by this using this result or this property. So x square function is even, cos function is always even, so even into even plus into plus, that is plus, that is even into even is even. So this whole function is even function, hence this integration will be converted to 2 times 0 to pi. So 2 times 0 to pi x square cos nx dx. So here as there is a product of two terms, this is your algebraic, this is your u, this is trigonometric, that is this is your v. Use uv rule here, u v1 minus u dash v2 plus u double dash v3, and then put the limits as 0 to pi. So by putting upper limit and lower limit for first and third term, both the terms will be 0. Sin n pi is 0 and sin 0 is 0. So for both the limits pi and 0, first and last term will be 0. Hence no need to discuss about the first and third term, as it will go to 0 by putting the upper limit and lower limit. So just put the upper limit and lower limit in cos term only. So minus minus plus 2x cos nx upon n square from 0 to pi. So cos n pi, put upper limit, so 2 pi upon n square cos n pi, 2 pi upon n square cos n pi is minus 1 raised to n. Put lower limit as 0, so minus 0 into cos 0 is 1, so 0 into 0 1 is 0, so we get 0 value for lower limit. So by simplifying we get n equal to 4 minus 1 raised to n upon n square. So for finding bn equal to 1 upon pi integration from minus pi to pi, just we have to replace cos by sin nx. So this is your formula for bn, 1 upon pi minus pi to pi x square sin nx dx. As we know, x square is even function, and remember this is the new result, that is sin function is always odd, cos function is even, sin function is always odd, and this is the property we have to remember. So even into odd is plus into minus, that is minus, that is odd. So if the whole function is odd, then the integration will be 0. We no need to evaluate this integration. So this is very easy formula, and which is mostly used in evaluating the integration. By using this formula we can easily find the integration answer. So bn will be 0. So within one step, when we use the condition of even odd method, we get bn equal to 0. As x square is even and sin function is always odd, even into odd product is odd, so whole function is odd, hence minus for this result minus a to fx dx, this whole integration will be 0 if the integrating function will be odd. So here the whole function is odd, hence the integration is 0. So we get bn equal to 0. Put the values of a0, a and bn, we get the Fourier series answer. So for hence part, again the method is same. For the interval minus pi to pi, put the value first by trial method, put the value of first x equal to 0 in the Fourier series answer. So put x equal to 0, f0 equal to, so as fx equal to x square, f0 is 0 square, that is 0. So f0 equal to 0 equal to pi square by 3 plus 4 summation n equal to 1 to infinity minus 1 raised to n cos 0 1 upon n square. So take this minus pi square by 3 on LHS equal to 4 into, expand this summation by putting n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 etc. We get these numbers, and simplifying this we get the hence part answer. Then the for second hence part, as we have used this value, that is x equal to 0, then for proving the second hence part we have to use the other value of x. So put x equal to pi in this example. So f of pi means fx is x square, so f of pi is pi square. So pi square equal to pi square by 3 plus 4 times summation n equal to 1 to infinity minus 1 raised to n. Cos n pi value is always minus 1 raised to n upon n square. So take this pi square by 3 on left side, and minus 1 raised to n into minus 1 raised to n is minus 1 raised to 2n. As the powers will be, as we have to add this power as base is same. So minus 1 raised to 2n upon n plus n, that is 2n upon n square. So we get by cross multiplication 2 pi square by 3 is 4 summation minus 1 raised to 2n upon n square, and by putting n values from 1 to 3 etc. we get the required answer. Then for the third hence part, as the method is same, if we have given the 3 hence part answers, so for first 2 hence part answers we have to put the values of x as 0, pi by 2 etc. And for the third hence part we have to just add first 2 hence part answers, then we can get the one of the hence part answer. That is 3 if we have given that 3 hence part, first 1 hence part we can get by putting x value as 0, second hence part we can get by putting x equal to pi, and for third hence part there is no any value of x, so that we can get the third hence part answer. So for that we have to just add the first 2 hence part answers, then we can get the third hence part answers. So here again for the third hence part answers, just add these first two hence part answers, that is pi square by 12 equal to this series, pi square by 6 equal to this series. So left side plus left side equal to right side plus right side. So on right side there are 2 terms, 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 1 square, that is 2 times 1 by 1 square. Then there are opposite sign terms, that is minus 1 by 2 square, and here plus 1 by 2 square. So the even terms will be cancelled and odd terms are 2 times. So 2 times 1 by n square, 2 times 1 by 3 square, 2 times 1 by 5 square. Simplifying we get the third hence part answer. Next example is, express the function fx equal to mod x in terms of Fourier series for the range minus pi to pi. Here the function is given in the mod term. So and the interval is negative to positive. So first we have to check the given function is even or odd. So first check f of x equal to mod x. So for that, mod x has 2 values. It is the rule, that is mod value has 2 values. For negative values, mod x is minus x, that is minus infinity to 0, mod x is minus x. It is the formula. And mod x equal to x for 0 to infinity. So this is your function which we have distributed in 2 values. The fx equal to mod x is minus x when minus infinity to 0, and mod x equal to x when 0 to infinity. So here we have given the interval as minus pi to pi. So we can change this first interval as minus infinity to 0 will be minus pi to 0, as the interval is minus pi to pi here for this example. So we can change this rule to this example by using this interval as minus infinity to 0 will be minus pi to 0, 0 to infinity will be 0 to pi for this example. So this is your rule, and for this example we have changed minus infinity by minus pi, infinity by pi. So this is your form. This is your function which we have distributed in two intervals, that is minus pi to 0 it is minus x, and 0 to pi it is x. So check this function is even or not. So find f of minus x. So f of minus x means put x as minus x. So f of minus x equal to minus x equal to minus x. So minus x will be x, and this will be minus x. So f of minus x is x and minus x. So these two functions are same in original function, that is f of minus x is x and minus x, and f of x is again minus x and x. Just we have to check that minus x value is for minus pi to 0 or not. That is we want minus x, this value minus x is for minus pi to 0, and the x value is for 0 to pi. So f of minus x is x and minus x. So change the condition also. So here f of minus x equal to x and minus x, change the condition as we have to put x equal to minus x here for finding f of minus x. So put x by minus x. So minus pi less than minus x less than 0, again for this 0 to pi, 0 less than minus x less than pi. But we have to simplify this because the x value is positive. So minus x we have to change to x by multiplying minus sign throughout to this condition. That is multiply again for getting minus x to x or for getting x here, because the example is not for minus x, positive value of x here. So change this minus x to x by multiplying minus sign to this whole condition. So it is the rule that whenever we multiply by minus sign to any inequality, that is less than equality, greater than inequality, the inequality will be changed. So multiply this minus sign, so this less than sign will be changed and it will be greater than, it will be changed to greater than inequality. So multiply by minus sign to this condition. So minus into minus pi will be minus pi, then less than will be changed to greater than, minus x as we multiplied by minus sign, so this will be x, greater than minus 0 means 0. So again multiply minus sign to this condition also. So 0 minus 0 means 0, greater than minus x will be x, greater than pi will be minus pi. So just write in reverse order, that is 0 to pi and minus pi to 0, in such a way that we have to change the condition also, as we have changed the function and also we have changed the, also we have to change the condition also. So in this way we can change the condition. So we get f of minus x equal to x for the interval 0 to pi. So here again fx value is x for 0 to pi, it will it matches. Then f of minus x equal to minus x for minus pi to 0, f of x is minus x for minus pi to 0. So hence from these two conditions we can write f of minus x equal to x, fx, that is the function is even function. So in such a way that the function is even, by putting x equal to minus x, the original function matches to f of minus x with the condition also. We have already changed the condition here. So we get the function fx equal to mod x is even function. So a naught equal to 1 upon pi integration from minus pi to pi fx dx. Fx is mod x, so mod x is even function. So as this is even function, we can write this minus pi to pi as 2 times 0 to pi. So 2 times 0 to pi mod x dx as it is. And in the interval 0 to pi, the mod x value is, in the interval 0 to pi, the mod x value is plus x. So replace mod x by x here. This is your formula for a naught minus pi to pi fx dx. Then as this is even function, then we can use the rule of even odd function method. So 2 times 0 to pi function as it is fx dx, and as fx is distributed in two intervals in two values, and the interval is changed by using even function method to 0 to pi. So in the interval 0 to pi mod x value is x. In the interval 0 to pi mod x value is x. So change this mod x by x and solve the integration x square by 2, and putting the limits, we get the answer a not equal to pi. The value of a n equal to 1 upon pi integration from minus pi to pi mod fx into cos n pi x by L, that is fx is mod x into cos n x. As mod x is even function, we have seen here mod x is even function and cos x is always even. So even into even, that is plus into plus, that is even function. So the whole function is even. You can convert this integration as 2 times 0 to pi mod x cos n x dx. So 0 to pi interval, for 0 to pi interval mod x value is x. So replace mod x by x, as the mod x value for 0 to pi interval is x. So x cos n x dx. So use here UV rule. So there is the product of two functions. First is algebraic, second is trigonometric. So this is your u, this is your v. So use UV rule here and put the limits. After simplifying, we get sin n pi, cos n pi, sin 0, cos 0. We know these values. And simplifying, we get a n equal to 2 upon pi n square minus 1 raised to n minus 1. Then value of bn equal to 1 upon pi, just replace cos n x by sin n x. So here 1 upon pi minus pi to pi mod x sin, instead of cos take sin n x for finding bn, sin n x dx. As mod x is even and sin n x is always odd, even into odd means plus into minus is minus, that is odd function. So the whole function is odd function, and for odd function the integration is always 0. So bn, we get bn equal to 0. So putting a naught a n values only in the Fourier series formula, we get fx equal to this. For finding hence part, put x equal to 0 here. So f0 means mod 0, that is 0 equal to pi by 2 summation 2 upon pi, and put n equal to 1 to infinity etc. here. Here there is no any x value, so we only put x value in left side only. So put x equal to 0, so f0 equal to pi by 2. The right side is same as by putting x equal to 0. There is no change in right side by putting x equal to 0, because there is no any x variable on right side. So right side is as it is, and expand this summation by putting n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 etc. By putting n equal to 1, 2, 3 etc. we get minus 1 raised to 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 2. By putting n equal to 2, 2 upon pi 2 square minus 1 raised to 2, that is minus 1 square. Minus 1 square is 1, 1 minus 1 0. So the next term will be 0. So by putting or by expanding this equation, this summation, by putting n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 etc. we get this series, and simplifying this we get the hence part answer.